Welcome back to Crypto Mischief. Richie here. Thanks for joining me. I've got a banger of a token today. This is time-sensitive content, so make sure that you subscribe right now. Do it. Subscribe. Okay. This is props to Thomas G of the YouTube channel Crypto Talk. And yesterday I picked this up just out of curiosity with a tiny amount of money. And I'm going to put some more in today because this thing is amazing, right? It is, as you can see here from the picture in the background, I have a whale. And I have a Kraken, okay? The Kraken is being unleashed with EverRise token on the Binance Smart Chain, okay? These tokenomics are fantastic, okay? They're revolutionary. So we're going to look at the tokenomics of EverRise. I'm going to buy some. I'm going to show you a couple warnings that I came across with this token, not for this token, but for copy tokens of this, which you want to ignore, okay? You want to be careful and be smart in this space and not get scammed, okay? So we're going to talk a bit about that. And yeah, let's just get into it. Very short video because not financial advice, but this could really kick off. It has all the telltale signs of a successful token. Without further ado, let me just shrink my... Okay, how about that? Right, let's get into this and let's look at EverRise. Okay, so the first thing we want to see, of course, is a chart. Look at that chart. Beautiful, right? Now, some interesting things happening in this chart that you can see these heavy dips of selling. Sellers, seller, seller, seller gets wrecked. Seller, 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 seller gets wrecked, right? This is EverRise token. You can find this on PooCoin. You can buy it on PancakeSwap. I'll leave all the proper links in the description. The thing I wanted to warn you about, I'll warn you right now about it, is that there are a lot of copycat tokens already like this one, which they continue to be fools. People are still buying into this, continuing to buy. A fool would buy this token. The problem is that there is a, you can see here this warning, an unlocked wallet is holding 98% of the Rise BNB LP. This is a fake contract. If you buy this, you will not be able to sell, okay? Your money will be gone. So be careful when you are just typing in the token name into things such as PooCoin, okay? But this is the real one, the real deal, okay? This is EverRise. How many people are holding this? 26,000 people so far, okay? The market cap for this is 75 million. So it's already in the couple days that it's been out. How long has it been out now? 2 days? Like not even that. Yeah, 2 days it's been out and it's just continuing to rise. EverRise, what makes this different from other tokens? This is their website, link in the description. EverRise, a proprietary hyperinflation token. EverRise token holders are not only rewarded through static rewards, but also through true automatic burns every trade from within the liquidity pool. They have something called a Kraken, which basically eats whales. Basically, if you want to visualize it, yeah? It's a Kraken, a huge giant squid eating whales. So their tokenomics destroying sellers. This is their idea. On Telegram here, they have an ever-growing community, which is just booming. 20,000 members. When I just looked before, it was 18,000 members. So this is just exploding as we are talking. It is pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping. Very good. Very good to see. What is different about EverRise? Right. I'm just going to read a little bit about this, okay? EverRise is not just a coin where you want to hold for the 2% redistribution of tokens. It's beyond that. Yeah, like these RFI tokens, like all the ones I've told you about before. We all know about them, right? We all normal people suffer in the markets. When things don't go well as expected, market sentiments can change. Whales will always kill you with their dumps. So I've created a gigantic whale community, calling it Kraken, which can protect investors when things don't look good in the markets. So as I was actually saying in yesterday's video when I was talking about SafeWin, I don't really believe so much in the RFI token anymore because people still get dumped on by whales. That's exactly what I was saying yesterday. It's kind of funny. Life's strange like that, isn't it? We are using a special tax called buyback of 6% on each trade in the form of RISE tokens. We accumulated under the contract, and once it reaches 200 billion tokens, it gets converted to BNB and gets stored under the contract. In this conversion process, you will see a sale of 200 billion tokens. You do not need to be alarmed because of this. There are two advantages here. The first one is after the sale, the value decreases and new investors can enter a low price. And the second one is whoever wants to sell, they will get less money in return because of the price decrease. There is no separate bot or wallet separately here for the whale. It is our EverRise contract itself which holds all the BNB. Even as a dev, I do not own access to that money. The money can only be used to buy back the tokens and burn them, which can increase the value of the token, so all the holders can take advantage of it. I only have access to change the buyback amount and stop it. Why? Why are they doing this? Why is this useful, right? Since the money is outside of the liquidity pool, any kind of market conditions can't have any effect on this. This is as your retirement fund, right? This money you're putting into EverRise. As long as you're a holder, you'll have the advantage of it when the buyback is used. If you're an investor, you can go to sleep peacefully knowing that your money can never go to zero, even in the worst conditions. We welcome the short-term traders to trade it and take profits. That's how we get our taxes. If you're a believer and a long-term investor and wanted your investment to increase, you do not need to worry about the market conditions ups or downs. As you can see, our Kraken has already accumulated $1.7 million in just 2 days. Just think about its value in 1 month or 1 year. All investors are sitting on a gold mine. This is your holy grail as long as you're an investor. This will be used only to protect the long-term investor when it's essential and needed. As long as you hold, your investment will grow big. I also strongly believe that all the whales out there will also change their mind and hold when they know that there's a lot of money for buyback, and which can drive the price that high. So that means already, within 2 days of launching, they have $1.7 million ready to deploy to buy this token if it gets dumped on by whales. That is crazy, right? So it's protecting the investor. This is very smart. So whenever a sell happens on EverRise, there is a burn, from the transaction fee that you have to pay to the slippage fee that you have to add on to sell it, right? And that will buy back and burn some of the tokens each time a sell happens. So in a nutshell, 98% of this time, you will not see 2 sell transactions at any time. And there will never be 3 sell transactions continuing at any time. This is big brain stuff for sure. Here's their white paper. I suggest you read through this, you study it, you think, is this the kind of tokenomics that I believe in and the kind of project I want to get behind, and make your own choice on if you want to invest into it. Essentially, EverRise is the first cryptocurrency ever to include an automatic buyback of tokens, right? Every time something is sold, they buy back, right? Ever rising. So what is a buyback if you're not sure about that? If a stock has low value but has the potential to perform better in the future, often companies will announce a buyback of the stock in the open market. Once companies announce the buyback, investors gain more confidence to purchase and hold the stocks as well. Additionally, the demand increases as the company starts buying the stock, which ultimately will drive the stock to raise. At EverRise, we chose to apply the buyback concept to cryptocurrency and encourage investors to hold the token. How? How does this happen? EverRise collects 6% buyback tax on each transaction and maintains it under the contract. When a sell happens, a fraction of the buyback amount is used to automatically buy from the liquidity pool and burns those tokens accordingly. So why is this so great? It raises the value. After the tokens from the liquidity pool are bought, the new BNB amount is added to the pool, and the amount of tokens are reduced, which results in an increase in price. Free BNB. Once those tokens are burnt, it's like adding free BNB into the pool, as there are no tokens to sell in the future. Trust. Investors can be relentlessly hesitant and often get spooked in a bearish market. That's why whales dump. They want to take profit. They're scared they're going to lose their millions. Because of the buyback, investors will never see more than 2 sells at any time. And 98% of the time, they will only see 1 sell, as there will always be a buy from the contract. So the contract is the one buying this. So if we have a look in the chart, we have 1 sell, 1 sell, 1 sell, 1 sell. There's never 2 sells at the same time, right? Because as soon as someone sells, they buy back. Someone sells, they buy back. Someone sells, they buy back. This is what's happening. Fascinating. This is wonderful. Wonderful tokenomics. Round of applause. Really, really great stuff. So this is EverRise. You can go through the rest of this white paper in your own time, okay? Adding it all up, the 6% buyback, marketing tax, and reward to holders, the total will be 13% of slippage needed for buying this token, right? Will this get to, for example, 1 billion market cap from its 76 million right now? Think about that, right? Do you want a 10x? You could be looking at a 10x. Not financial advice. But isn't that exciting? It is exciting. Yes, it is. EverOwn is one of their plans for their developments. With EverOwn, we will create a new contract where ownership of any project can be transferred to the EverOwn contract, okay? In the future, EverRise want to give the ownership of this contract to the community, which is a very nice move, okay? Building more trust in this token, but they haven't done it yet. So the reason they want to give the contract address to the community is because if the owner has ill will, he can make the contract non-tradable, just like how I showed you, okay, with this fake EverRise token that I showed you in the beginning. The owner can always just pull out all the liquidity. Yeah, this Kraken, right now, it could just be taken from you. So they are going to give it back to the people. The people will have the power of the token, not one developer. Lovely. Every rise has a fall, so every fall must have a rise. Yeah, I bought these tokens yesterday. I just threw in a tiny amount, and now we're just going to build up a bag of it. So I have some dollars here. Let's take in $400 and buy me some EverRise, okay? So we take $400, we add the 13% slippage, and that should just go straight through. So here at Crypto Mischief, I am taking these ridiculous risks so you don't have to. Don't feel that you have to invest in this token. You can just watch what happens with me if you want and see if I get wrecked or not. That's also a good way to do it. Looking at the chart, it is still under the all-time high, so I think I'm just going to go for it and purchase here blindly and just ape in. I don't really want to... I've got a bit of a busy day ahead of me, so I don't want to wait for a huge dip on this. I'm just going to buy in and hodl it and see what happens, you know? Why not? I like tokens with cool tokenomics. I want to support this kind of stuff, so we're just going to go straight into it. Is it a good decision? What do you think? Am I going to get wrecked? Am I going to get wrecked? Let's see if I get wrecked. Okay, so there we go. I've got about 1.1's worth of BNB of Rise at the moment, and let's see what happens to this in the next coming days and weeks, and if I can get some massive gains from it, you know? Like, think back to Shiba, think back to what happened to Doge in the last bull market, think to the Safe Moons, the Safe Mars, like how much they pumped with this huge marketing behind them. Does this have the legs to do the same? Let's find out. All right. Be good to each other. Don't get wrecked.